Hello and welcome to Matty Staggs Presents, a show that's all about the movies. I'm Matty Staggs, and today the movie we'll be watching and talking about is Creed. How does a movie with so much going against it work so well? How do they take Rocky, a character who Stallone's playing for the 7th time here, and make him an interesting character? And honestly, like, who is this Adonis kid anyways? Why should I care? We'll answer all those questions and honestly a lot more. But for now, let's say this is kind of where we learn not to bet against the Ryan Coogler and Micheal B Jordan collab. I obviously own this movie on physical media and will be watching that 4K over there. And I also have a kind of admittedly insane theory on the connection between Adonis and Apollo that may or may not border on the supernatural, but we're going to talk about that one after the credits. And you have to watch a movie like Creed in a much more exciting place than this. I actually have a couple tickets that are, kind of like right in the middle of the action. What do you say we go ringside? And it's time to press play, so grab a snack, take your seat, let's watch a movie.
Single file, gentlemen.
Starting in a juvie center is not where you expect the movie to start. I remember when I first saw this in the theater and this is where I'm like immediately sitting forward already. 90 seconds in, we just got our first punch thrown. Yeah.
Adonis got into a fight today. He's a good kid. He just
fights.
He just fights. She's saying that, man. She's like so haunted already. That's all on her selling that. It's one sentence, but it tells us so much about her and where she's been and what she's seen. She knows.
Adonis. I'd like you to meet Mrs.
Oh. And she stops her from saying the last name. This movie's working towards a really incredible title card drop.
I'm not going to another group home.
I'm not from a group home.
You're a social worker.
I am not a social worker.
And they've already kind of have a dynamic.
I said I don't have no father.
That's not true.
This kid is good too.
He passed before you were born, but you had a father.
You knew him?
He was my husband.
This scene, man, it's so heavy already. It's already taking it so seriously.
I would like it very much if you would come and stay with me.
Oh, it's a little theme, a little piano theme coming in. And his fist. God, man.
What was his name?
What was his name? Come on. That's how you open your goddamn movie. And even here, a surprising place for him to be when you catch up to him. This movie is already playing on what you think is going to happen. I don't want to be like it's subversive because I don't think that's what it's doing. But it's just taking unexpected directions already. He started off in a juvie center, and now we catch up to him by himself in Tijuana. It's just not what we'd expect in any way. Mike looking great. That shot of him punching the wall. Yeah. And also because we've been so trained that all of these scenes are with people. Every time you see a walkout in a Rocky movie, it's like a big to-do. And rightly so, because they're big fights. He's got people with him. He's got Mick or Duke or whoever's coaching him and Paulie and his whole squad. But Donnie is by himself in Tijuana. This movie is great at visual, subtle storytelling. Like I said, we had punches thrown in the juvie hall 90 seconds in, 7 minutes in, and we've got already to see him fighting as an adult. And I'm loving the handheld nature of all these fight scenes, man. It's so good. Ooh. Ho, ho, ho. He's taking his tape off before the fight's even over. Kind of an Apollo move. And then the hard cut to him sitting at a desk. God. And we're, man, less than 10 minutes in, and I don't know how you aren't just all in.
You get a promotion and you're quitting?
Come on. This career just ain't for me.
This movie is not resting on any laurels. It knows it has to win you over. I want gates to my house with my initials on them. That's the craziest flex.
This is a big deal, this promotion. Did they
He's
hire
so
your
good
assistant?
in this. This whole movie, just going to be saying over and over how good he is. What's super impressive about this is not only him being, so young and being able to handle the movie, but it's a lot less like that. It's a lot of silent eye acting.
For fight 2, Rocky Balboa.
Look at the look in his eyes as he's watching this. And of course, yes, yes, score kicks up. He's literally in his father's shadow. So much energy already in this movie.
I ain't training you. You know I ain't training. Ain't nobody training you. I'm gonna make sure about that.
And the smart thing in this setup for Adonis is the question that you're going to go in and being like, and the question that this movie is really leaning into and answering is why him? Who is this Adonis kid? It's making him low status. It's bringing this character who we assume was born rich.
He's my Mustang right here. All you gotta do is land one clean headshot.
We've already got him. We've already got him.
What I put up for?
Oh, and the way they drop those cards, those fighter cards, just an incredible little splash of style right away.
Kill it all right. Here, kill it all right, little dude. You pick who's next. I'm next.
Yeah. It's not as sloppy as having to hear someone be like, oh, he's the number 2 ranked in the world. You sure you want to do that? Just hit you with the title card. It's, yeah, man. The way the sound goes out when he gets clocked. These punches, man. Sound design's great and making him feel like, and the score's pounding with it. Ooh. And really what's cool about what this is building to, this movie knows you're wondering, we're 15 minutes in, you're wondering, where's Rocky?
Came home and wanted to talk to you.
It knows it has to get there quick,
I quit my job.
but it also knows it has to set up Adonis. Really tough thing to do right away to balance all that stuff.
I'm gonna be fighting full time now.
And just like when he was first talking to her when they first met, he's kind of looking away. He's having a hard time looking at her.
You are your father's son,
And here's the whole movie right here.
and you're part of him. But it doesn't mean you have to be him.
It actually allows this character not only to struggle in general, but to struggle with the dad stuff right away.
You want to be in somebody's ring?
And her phrasing, if you want to be in somebody's ring.
You don't have to call.
She's doing a lot of work here in setting up the depth of all of the Apollo stuff, which is interesting because she's essentially a recast of the wife. And here we go. We're going to Philly. We know what that means. The movie knows you were probably just about wondering, where's Rocky? Movie's got you covered. Don't worry. That's what the best movies do, is they answer the question just as you are about to ask it. And it also uses all the stuff from the previous movies, but specifically the stuff from Rocky Balboa, which I think this movie kind of makes Rocky Balboa a worse movie because it does all that stuff in a much better way. But you give props to Rocky Balboa for setting it up. Setting up where Rocky is, setting up the restaurant, all of this stuff.
How you doing?
Which is great stuff. But this movie mines it in a much more interesting way.
Wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, I want to talk to you about training me.
Training. I don't do that stuff no more.
And that Adonis doesn't straight up say who he is. It's almost like he's feeling Rocky out a little bit, just to be like, what, kind of what's the deal with this guy? Do I even want him to train me? Oh, the shot, man. The framing of that.
He's my father.
And there it is.
No, yeah. I don't believe it.
Call Marianne.
The movie knows, we all know that the second he says that, there's 1,000 questions that Rocky has that everyone has.
You haven't talked to her since the funeral. She said you gave a nice speech, though.
And the subtle little reveal that Rocky hasn't spoken to her since the funeral.
Yeah. Nice speech.
Yeah, man. Stallone.
If Apollo was around, he would tell you that too.
Well, he ain't around. I've been fighting my whole life. I ain't got a choice.
And his point of view on it, he's been fighting his whole life. He doesn't have a choice. We've seen where he's come from already, and we get it.
I think he'd rather be here, talking with you.
Oh, and you see, God damn, Micheal B. Jordan. You see him. It's like he took a hit. That like he comes in there so kind of full of anger and full of bluster, which is what he does. That's his whole character.
There is a resemblance.
But Rocky just takes his knees out with that one little line. Because at the end of the day, no matter what he says, he doesn't know Apollo. He cares. Of course he cares. This movie just stores up all of this emotional information and just builds and builds and builds on it. Love that his apartment is shitty.
Boxing.
He just got a tiny little apartment, mattress right on the floor. It feels realistic. Another thing this movie does really well. Feels like a movie set not only in the year 2015 in a modern sense, but it feels like it's set in a real world. And just like such a good way to introduce this character. Because one, I don't know, this hits for me. I lived in a lot of shitty apartments with like paper thin walls. You could hear everything. So this is very, I'm going to say it a lot. Okay? It is realistic. This comes from someone who has lived a life in a shitty apartment. Going out to bang on the door is kind of crazy though, I gotta say.
And do your drawings. Keep your body tight. Cool. I'll turn my music down. You won't hear people.
It's not the typical meet cute thing, starting them off at people who are, kind of at ends. And what I love a lot about how they handle her, this is kind of a good little hint at what they're gonna do, because she's her own character, which sounds like a basic ass thing to do, but it's a thing a lot of movies fail to do, particularly for a female love interest in a movie like this. That's a little bit shots fired at the, first couple Rocky movies because Adrian never had anything to do. But this is not going to be that kind of movie. Also, I like how the color scheme of this, the black and yellow, mirrors Rocky's, I think it was Super Fight in the second movie. That was the color of the shorts he wore. That's a little kid, man. When he's right next to the... Dude. Tiny thing. Just so many small little moments that are so just great, little great ideas Coogler's got. And this is only part of what I'm talking about when I say they give her a story. She's her own character with her own career and her own ambitions, which is very important, but there's also a really cool layer to the music stuff coming up.
But you can take it all.
And her music's good. It's a hard thing when they do, fake musicians in movies. I think Smile 2 does very well, which is something we'll talk about for sure in its own episode. And it's different. It's not like a basic pop song. They actually gave a shit to, I imagine, get a couple of real producers and real music people in there. And it wouldn't derail the movie if that song kind of sucked. But part of it is her catching his attention, which she already has because, she looks like Tessa Thompson. Catch everyone's attention. But she's good. Her music's good.
Oh,
How you doing? You call me young?
yeah, it was either that or OG.
Love Rocky's hat. Rocky's got a little hat.
What's an OG?
Old ass gangster.
That's good.
Their dynamic is the key to making all this work.
You don't stop, do you? Like a woodpecker. My God.
This also brings not only the character of Rocky, but Stallone plays this a lot more like Rocky was in Rocky 1 versus where he was in the rest of them. He's not afraid to make these characters sad and dumb, which is like Rocky's whole thing. That's what makes that first movie so good, and partially the second one. I think it's what the later sequels struggled with, of like, how do we keep Rocky, who is an underdog, interesting when he's not an underdog? And that's tough. That's why those movies kind of are not that great, especially compared to the first two, which feel more like real movies, and it just comes cartoons, which is fine. I have a place in my heart for Rocky 3, but this is a real movie. We're going back to this being a real movie again.
I heard you down here working. Figure you want to take a break? Maybe get some food?
Most movies, and a shittier version of this movie would start here, but we give us like 2 little scenes before this, where the characters didn't seem like, at least the first scene, she didn't seem like she was annoyed by him. I love this guy.
Good luck, man.
The guy walking by saying good luck. Oh. Knows it'll throw that at you. You don't have to address it right now. He clocks it. We clock it. She clocks it. He clocks it.
How much are we?
$9.95. Nah, let me get these.
$9.95 for 2 cheesesteaks. They're back and forth in this scene. This is such a well-written scene.
No.
These kind of things are tough to make interesting, but he's slowly learning about her. But this also feels like two people having a conversation in the year 2015. Yeah, and he doesn't say it.
I got progressive hearing loss.
And just that like awful, brutal irony of a musician who we've seen is good is gonna lose her hearing. Good layers, good character stuff for a side character.
Fuck's that?
But now we're actually cutting into face him. Love it, love it.
Bullshit.
Conversation already broke past the point of vulnerability, and now like allows us in the booth with them.
My pop died before I was born.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And every time he talks about it, so he brushes it off real quick there.
What made you want to sing?
You could tell he has not dealt with this. That's what this movie's like ultimately about, in that it's about legacy, but also for him, it's about learning not to shy away from the name.
Don't want to show up, you know? Show some love.
She's so good too. Also like maybe the best looking person in the world. Part of this is something they originally had in Rocky Balboa.
Here we go, Paulie.
But it's done better here. Having the chair there tells you
Your favorite.
something he does every day.
Miss you, pal.
Even the booze at Paulie's grave.
Adrian, my
And man,
darling.
Stallone's rushing this right here. Those little like scratches, but like muttering to himself.
It's getting harder to walk up this hill. What does that mean?
And this doesn't feel any different from the character we met at the beginning of the first movie.
The only thing is that it's tough to sleep at night. Sometimes my back.
Sad.
No matter what you do, it catches up to you.
All he's got to talk to are gravestones.
Shall we see what's new in the world today?
And the paper. The chair and the paper, and he just reads it to them. This is his routine. But... Oh! They slide in the Creed theme, and he pauses. Ugh. God damn, this movie's so good.
Build, go!
Them side to side in the framing, him sitting there reading. Instead of him sitting there reading at the grave, he's got a place to do it. All right, here we go. Rocky's about to drop some knowledge on you.
You see this guy here staring back at you?
Yeah?
That's your toughest opponent.
That's the whole thing right there.
Now, every time you punch this guy, what's he doing?
He's throwing one back at me.
That's right. So either you block it, slip it, or get out of the way.
The first of many Rocky bars. Go Birds. What this movie does really well with their relationship,
Is it cool?
it handles intimacy, and I use that as an umbrella term here for just like parts of them getting to know each other, but a lot of other scenes.
So this is the house.
Of the kind of weirdness of being in someone's space for the first time. He's like a little hesitant before he goes in. He says, "You sure it's cool?"
Filet, the home of the cheesesteaks. Oh, I want a cheesesteak. I'm so hungry.
This is a movie that's had a lot of energy and heavy stuff going on, but you feel like a kind of peace. He seems chill for the first time in the whole movie. Now that he's around her, which I think is setting up part of what makes their dynamic work. Great goddamn shot.
No one's been in my house in a long time. I don't think you'd be comfortable there.
Don't you walk around naked?
No.
Look at that.
So much of this stuff feels, I don't know how much of this was improv or riffed, but a lot of it feels off the cuff. And the magic of this movie working
You better not walk around naked either.
is their dynamic feeling genuine and feeling real.
I'm gonna be living with my uncle for a while, training for the next fight.
That's your uncle? He's white.
Yeah, a long time.
Rocky.
Well, when were you going to tell me that your uncle's
But
Rocky Balboa?
is an interesting kind of,
I'm gonna call you.
an interesting little wrench to throw in that. Obviously, there's more to him than she knows about. But the movie doesn't just let them, that little shot, and that little shot back to her. It gives her perspective. It gives her character a POV. It cares about her, so you care about her. And again, they could have just cut away and then have to cut back to her. But the movie gives time, and It's important to make your characters seem like they're worth it. Stallone has such a great, sad smile. He just did one there. This is such like an actual, I think this is his best performance, obviously. I think this is, I don't want to sound harsh to the other Rocky movies because they're good and fun, but like the first time Rocky's been an actual character with interesting things going on with him.
Hey, Paulie.
And you could see Stallone responding to that. I like that he's taking him to a different gym.
Place to go. Philly fighters, you know.
You want him to be in like a real grungy gym, and that mix had become makes it become too nice.
Not bad, huh? Not bad.
There we go.
Yeah. It's so good.
That's the kind of punching bag you want to see in this movie. You want to see one that's sagging. It also looks like a 70s gym, which is very cool. And this could be a location from Rocky 1.
He's got a lot of knowledge. And Stitch, best cut man in Philadelphia.
The cut man's name is Stitch. You give him a little training staff. That Rocky isn't necessarily like the technical side of it. Rocky's more like for vibes. He's the vibes coach. And now he's like,
Hey, what you do?
Yeah,
this
see?
is how I work. Okay, there's some things I can't do.
It's something we were, a movie that knows what you're thinking, that you're probably thinking, why isn't he working with Rocky?
I'm working with this.
So he says it. He addresses it. And Rocky says, well, man, I'm a vibes guy. And like the aggression of this scene, it gets fighters well, and it gets athletes well.
What you mean?
Where this kind of thing of two guys just like, it just kind of pops off out of nowhere. Stuff that happens all the time with athletes. And this movie gets it. Feels real, man.
There you go. You good. Good.
Pretty sure Coogler was an athlete. I think he's talked about it before.
One step at a time, one punch at a time, one round at a time, one step at a time, one punch at a time.
That score coming in. The horns.
I want you to let it all out.
And now we see
Everyone's ever disrespect.
Rocky's work as the vibes coach. Great shot of those two at the speed bags. I'm so charmed right now. How could you not be charmed? How could you not love these two? Okay, so this fight scene.
All right, fellas, y'all
We're
had
at
y'all
57
instructions in the
minutes.
dressing room.
This is in one full take. That means the camera doesn't cut. That means when they film this, it was nonstop. Starting at 57 minutes, we will see how long it is when the scene actually cuts.
It's all about today.
So you've got two guys in the ring. You've got at least one cameraman moving here. So you need three people to know the choreography of a scene that will last minutes and minutes and minutes. And also, this is fight choreography, so you have to be precise with the punches. You have to be precise with your camera because it has to look like they're actually landing. Some of them are. It looks like you're doing like a nice light blocking. And the heartbeat. The heartbeat has a score.
Let's go, boy.
Camera sliding between them. This is just one of the most insane things I've ever seen. And if any one of these three, including the ref, so four guys, messes up their pacing, messes up a step, blows the whole take. It's just, for someone like Coogler, who this was his second movie, to attempt something like this says so much about what kind of guy he is.
Go get this shit. Come get it.
And you get a guy like Micheal B. Jordan who can learn it so well. So you have to remember footwork. You have to remember lines. He's got to, emote a little bit too, which he's doing. And there's makeup too, because he's cut now. Somehow they had his face look cut.
Under the radar.
The camera hasn't cut. Somehow makeup people came in and applied blood to his face and makeup to his eye. There's just so much energy to this scene. Part of it's the oneer, but it's timing of the score. Oh my God. How do you remember those specific steps already 4 minutes into the scene? Yeah. Camera's going down. Camera movement, man. Yes. Yes. There we go. Okay, it's been 4.5 minutes. So that scene was 4.5 minutes long. The camera did not cut one time. They had to film and remember 4.5 straight minutes of fight choreography. A great time to drop it because, Donnie's at a high point. Their relationship's at a high point. But also it's an interesting way to face this, that he faces it kind of through her instead of him being bummed out. Obviously, he is bummed out that that news
All
broke.
right, so his wife, that's not your mom?
But to reveal a lot about
Apollo had an affair with my
Apollo
mom.
and
She died when I was
his
young.
connection to Adonis and how he feels about him through her is important because she's such an emotional anchor for him. And you get it because with her he's able to,
in and out of juvie.
in the scene, literally because he's talking to her, but he's able to express himself in a way that would not feel right with Rocky. And to break almost immediately to her too. Really good. She's, as an actor, is able to handle all of this stuff so well.
I certainly have him right up there as maybe
out
the
PTI.
best of all time in the discussion.
Used to watch a lot of PTI back in the day. And I do like,
This guy doesn't even deserve a shot. Listen,
you have a choice with a movie they make like this. You either make the, I'm going to say villain, but I don't mean villain, the opponent.
So look at it again.
You handle it like Rocky 1 through 4 has, where you cast an actor to play it like a villain, or you cast an actual boxer. So if you cast a boxer, you can't really lean on them to act too much. I mean, this guy does okay with what he's given. He's actually, I think, for an athlete actor, pretty good. And by doing that, you risk making your movie uninteresting. But what this movie has is there's other things to contend with than who he is literally fighting. It's about who he's figuratively fighting, emotionally fighting.
Is it true about the kid? About the kid?
It makes the underdog aspect of it feel real. It's like, one, how do you make Apollo Creed's son feel like an underdog? But we've seen him get his shit rocked by the guy who was gonna fight Conlon. Even though he's gotten better since then, you're like, is he good enough to hang around with #1 pound for pound in the world? Okay, this is a very, very important underlooked scene.
Yeah.
I say that because this is a very intimate feeling scene. I don't mean them like being in states of undress, which is part of it, but
What I love for as long as
they're
I
sitting
can.
here, they're talking about their fears. They're obviously kind of like
I think that's all we ever
post-coital
do,
or something.
You know?
But the cutting into her playing with her
So?
braids and how he's taking her braids out, which is a very specific experience that someone like Ryan Coogler, by that I mean like a young black
Yeah, and you are
director,
Apollo Creed's son.
knows to put this
Right?
scene in there. And I'll say I would imagine 99% of white directors wouldn't be able to make a scene feel this good. You could have this scene, but if he's not sitting there taking out her braids
doesn't
and
use
she's
the
not
name.
sitting there playing with her hair, there isn't that innate vulnerability that you would understand only if you've had that lived experience. It's a little scene that you might not remember, but it leaves a mark on you and what it's building to for him right here. And how she's the start of his turnaround. She just told him, lean into it, man. Micheal B. Jordan's going to do some of the best face acting in this scene. Get ready for it. So good.
But I got you.
He's got Rocky. Oh, Rocky looks behind him. Here it is. Here it comes.
I'm fighting Pretty Ricky
The yell,
Kelly!
confidence. Then the fear. Oh my God. He just went from hype, confidence, happiness to fear, to slight defeat. And like, he gave you like 5 different faces in about 3 seconds. And it tells you exactly what he's thinking and what he's feeling, what he's struggling with. And now the movie's about to enter another level, both in this next like hour. Is some of the most propulsive, energetic, exciting filmmaking you've ever seen. But it's going to give Rocky something to do here. Just like this stops to give Bianca, her character, a lot of depth.
What's wrong with you? I don't know.
You probably at this point start to worry that you're like, okay, Rocky's like really on the side here, but
Off the road. Come on. I got you. Hey, Stitch!
I'm sorry.
No.
Rocky's saying he's sorry.
Hey, somebody help!
This is like the layers of emotionality this movie is building towards. It's about to slap down another very big layer here.
Mr. Balboa, how you feeling?
And this is what I think really makes
Heard you fell down.
Stallone's able to really like dig into this stuff.
What's that do?
Well, it's a form of cancer.
And how he stops moving when he hears that word. Oh my God. Look at Stallone, man. Look, I don't mean this to sound harsh, but a dumb guy like Rocky, his reaction to, oh, cancer, it's one thing. My wife dealt with it and she died. All cancer is the same. This is bad. Therefore, I'm just done. Again, when I say dumb guy thing, I mean that in a in as mean of a way as it sounds. But Rocky's a dumb guy, and it's like how Rocky would react to that. He would be like, "Oh, that's that cancer thing that my wife had, and it immediately kills her. So I got the same exact thing."
My wife tried that.
Doesn't understand the nuance to it. Doesn't care to understand the nuance to it. And also there, I think pretending not to cry is often way more impactful than actors actually crying. And I think is like maybe even a little harder physically as an actor. It's got to be. But that actual emotion of like, I'm going to hold back the cry. Good stuff. But also now we're looking at every scene Rocky has in a completely different way.
If I'm not here, start with
The immediate reference to I'm not here. But that line of if I'm not here just gets started. He's ostensibly talking about just being late, but different context to it now. Man, you could see him trying to fight, thinking about it.
Be first, Donnie. Come on.
This is Stallone's best scene in this movie. I think the best bit of acting he's ever done.
What you mean don't think about this? When you starting treatment?
I'm not doing no chemo.
Come on, Rock.
If I could take everything that was good and put it into a bowl or something and say, hey, here, I'd like to buy one more day with my wife, not gonna happen. So?
I have a lot to say. I just can't even breathe right now.
But you got your whole future ahead of you. Mine?
Back there, like all the guys on the wall.
In the back. In the past.
And he's gonna unintentionally say something really mean here.
Just an old trainer. That's what brought us together. You know? We're not a real family.
Oh, Rock. Wrong thing to say. Again, they're part of that acting so well. Like he's doing that almost trying not to cry thing. But when he stops, when Stallone stops after that, like after really saying what he's feeling and how he like, I kind of want to die and I miss my wife, that he's getting emotional and he takes that big breath to like almost like he's prepping for a punch to stop feeling. So good. There's just so much bottled up emotions in this movie. And it's spilling out in weird ways. It just spilled out in a weird way for Rocky. It's about to spill out for a weird way here at Donnie. And that we are building towards a great fight, but we are also building towards like a level of self-actualization of, oh, that's the director back there, the composer on the guitar. That's Ludwig Göransson, I believe his name is. Very good. Shout out Ludwig. We're gonna sing your praises during the montage. Theme to this is incredible. The score to this is incredible. He did the score to Oppenheimer. Shout out Ludwig.
What's up, Bianca?
Hey.
This
Don't know nobody no more?
This is a really
No,
good
I
scene
said
too.
hello to you when I walked past. You didn't say nothing to me.
I bet you did. Stop acting light skinned.
Again, stop acting light-skinned is not something Stallone would ever put in the script. And the slight step up of aggression here that's gonna happen is really
Hey, good looking, baby Creed.
Creed. He says, don't call me that.
Don't call you.
We're getting
Don't call
like
you
You just call me Baby Creed.
He's pressing back.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's all love.
No, I know it's cool. You definitely know it's cool.
Him saying to her,
The VIP pass next to your pop talking to me like that.
oh yeah, that's gonna do it. But that guy just says to Bianca, no, you already know it's all good. Says a lot of that guy either maybe having a history with Bianca or maybe just, the point is he wants Donnie to think that something happened with him and Bianca. Understanding the rhythms to that kind of like, to an altercation like that happening, how like someone needs to press, someone needs to go back, then you need to just like light the fire.
You're just a trainer to me, right?
And again, we're gonna get another scene of just emotional body blows right here.
Get your hands off me, old
We
man.
understand.
Get your sick ass out of here.
We understand Donnie's rage now of like what happens to this guy when he gets
You got my real family killed.
Wow. When he gets a certain way, his instant reaction when he feels any kind of emotion is like anger and fighting.
Maybe you're mad with somebody who ain't here, Donnie, who can't defend himself.
He's gonna let like a little tear fall out at one point.
I know what it's like. Feel abandoned and be mad at everything.
Getting abandoned and being mad at everything.
Forgive him, because there's nothing you can do about it. It's taking a toll on you.
Yeah, there it is. And how he wipes it away, like mad that he just let a tear go out.
You're still caught in the shadow.
Gotta move, just like when he was in the mirror.
Gotta move, Donnie.
And he's a good little character thing he's about to do right here. When Rocky leaves, what's the first thing Donnie does? There is something to silent characterization. He did not have to say a word there. God, he's killing this right now. That he's feeling now, but when he gets overwhelmed like that, he just has to start throwing punches. Because guess what? He just fights.
Yo, stop knocking on my door like the police.
He is banging on the door aggressively. And this is like the fact that they're having this conversation through a closed door.
But I never meant to let you down.
Then what you mean to do, D?
And you could feel
just
him
have a little
like,
ego contest?
just, again, like when he first went into the room, how there's that like intimacy of being in someone's space, and now he's shut out. Takes out the hearing aids, man. But that her reaction is totally valid because this movie's actually given time to explore her as a human being more than just being someone's girlfriend. So you understand he did act like an ass. Like and it makes sense for her to be like, look, this guy just seems like another angry fighter, and I kind of don't want to deal with that right now. But that is what happens when you give all your characters a point of view and you actually care to explore everyone in your movie.
And I heard you Apollo Creed, son.
Yeah.
This kid's response.
What's up?
A simple scene, but for someone to so casually just be like, oh, hey, that's cool, and then leave, hits him in a very certain way where he's like, maybe it's not that big of a deal, dude. Maybe it's not the end of the world. What's really cool is how Donnie's framing of it to Rocky.
I ain't training if you don't get the treatment. So if I fight, you fight.
If I fight, you fight. Donnie being a fighter, Rocky being a fighter, is able to talk to him in a way that he simply understands, which is, it's just like a fight. To frame it as a fight activates Rocky in a way that nobody else could. Not only because of their relationship, because they know each other as fighters. And here we fucking go. Best training montage in any Rocky movie. One of the best scenes in any movie ever.
Get up.
Wait for it.
Ready?
This track is called Lord Knows / Fighting Stronger on the soundtrack. I know that because this is on my gym playlist. To start it with the bell. And we're about to get something really cool right here. The drum beats matching up with his feet going up the stairs. It's going to do that again with punches later on. Really cool. Setting it, it's a cool tilt to have him train in the hospital. But it's going to be important because this is secretly not just one training montage. The way the camera slowly floats over to find him, and it's just, because it's, oh my God, that shot is so good. That this is actually a training montage for Rocky too. They're both fighting. It gives Rocky's character something, but it also gives Rocky a training montage. This song is going to just build for 5 straight minutes. He's tired, he gets up, and what does the camera find in the background? Slowly out of focus, wait for it. Who's back there? Rocky's back there, looking tired, still standing.
1, 2. The deal was two.
The deal was two. It's a heartbreaking shot to go back to the speed back shot, but the one next to him is empty, and to leave the emptiness in the frame there. Here we go. You feel it building? He's working better. He's looking good. Pop it fast, just like he did before. Damn. Here it is. Here's the lineup. Yes. Ooh, okay, here we go. The run is important in any Rocky movie. What are you going to give us? It is Philly, after all. So you give us Meek Mill. And now, City's behind him. He's not afraid anymore. I gotta move the mic with him. Here we go. Fuck yeah, dude. Pulling away. Building. But on the other side, a little bit of peace. That's his peace. That's his serenity. Oh, and the horns are coming back in. And what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? A little nod to the Rocky theme with the vocalization. The chorus is vocalizing. You have the horns. You got the new theme coming. You got the old Rocky theme in there a little bit. We did it. Top of the mountaintop, baby. Look at him. Look at him go. And who's up there? Who's up there? Who we running to? Rocky's up there. Rocky's up there. Yes. You feel that? Come on. Come on. Talk your shit, Donnie. Talk your shit. And now it's time.
His father was heavyweight champion of the world. People like Silver Spoon over there.
You don't know nothing about me.
I know enough about you.
I'm here now, though. I'm here now.
But also, we know enough about Donnie to be annoyed with him. He'd be like, he didn't have a silver spoon. He was in juvie. Rude. Ricky Conlon, that was rude. How dare you? Look who it is. Look who it is. Piano theme, baby.
Very nice color.
And the fact that what's on the back of the shorts? Creed and Johnson. He is both. And it's self-acceptance. And this is the pre-fight that we didn't have before when he was in Tijuana.
What matters?
Now he's got the coach with him. Now he's got everything. He's got the cool robe.
With you.
I love this guy. This guy must be an actual coach. If not, if this guy is not an actual boxing coach, he should have gotten an Oscar for Best Actor, because this is either the best acting in the world or just incredible casting. Yeah, that's right. We get I forgot. It's been so long. I forgot we get a title card drop or a fight card drop.
My commands at all times. No love.
He's just standing there. He's got like that. Again, as an athlete, they're usually bad actors. He did the Psycho Dead Eyes there. Really good. It was very scary. TV's too high, Mama Creed. TV's way too high, Mama Creed.
Creed lands the jab. Conlon grins at it. Conlon fires a hard body punch.
The sound design in this is incredible. How they're using like rushes of sound and movement when he just got clocked on the chin there.
Conlon lands a...
They're like warping. They're doing like sound warps around some of those punches.
There's a perfect right hand shot by Creed.
Yes. Now to give us the score. Kicking up his press.
Wildly,
Hell
and
yeah.
they are going toe to toe. Rapidly becoming
This also feels like a slightly faster frame rate too.
Punches right hand.
Oh yeah.
Both guys
Oh
land.
yeah.
This is unbelievable.
Great little shot on that little rotating crane shot. That's how you get MRSA, okay? I love this. Oh my god.
This has
when they cut into these close-ups, it's almost they're like in a negative space.
One step, one punch, one round at a time.
One step, one punch, one round at a time. That's right. They're really in the negative space now. Not afraid to get heightened in a fight that isn't... Damn. This is so well done. Oh my god, dude. And even though those are slow-mo shots, it feels... You feel the relentlessness of trying to fight a guy like that.
Short the distance, get underneath it. Okay.
Gotta get underneath it. I know what that means. There you go. Get under it. He got under it. I like this, and they'll do cool stuff like insert shots here. They're gonna do it soon. This.
hard left hand by Creed. Conlon was
yes. They're gonna cut to the ice.
Right hands, as you saw right there.
Yeah. It's a interesting way to like kind of go a little abstract, a little artsy with it in the middle of the fight.
Trading shots with Creed, but he's trading willingly.
Because the balance of this fight building with the momentum shifting, that's all in editing. Knowing when to slow it down.
Then to the head.
God damn. Knowing when to give us something like that. This is where he takes the shot, the real shot. Filming that on like the hyperspeed camera. There's footage, there's like real-time footage of him getting actually knocked out here. Good for you, Micheal B. Jordan. Good for you. And the decision here to the cuts back to what's going through his mind, the silence and cutting to, it's just sounds.
Stage!
Editing on this is perfect. What does he see last?
Creed just got up like
what?
a man possessed.
Interesting. Interesting thing to say, Max Kellerman. We'll talk about that after the movie. A really cool way to handle the knockout. To give us this flashing the important emotional beats of the movie. We get the opening, we get a little bit of Bianca, we get Rocky, and then cut to just silent, like old grainy footage of Apollo throwing punches.
Time! Doc, give him a
This is actually a fun little thing they do here. Crazy makeup on that eye.
Show me your Adonis.
Adonis.
How many fingers?
Yeah, that's
How many Adonis?
4.
Stitch.
And again.
Shout out Stitch. Though, I mean.
Deep breath,
Oh
kid.
my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. You feel that. Here it is. Here it is. Most important part.
I gotta prove it. Prove what?
Gotta prove it.
I'm not a mistake.
He's gotta prove he's not a mistake.
You taught me how to fight again, and I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna fight this thing.
You taught him how to fight too. Fuck yeah, dude.
I want you to go across this ring and knock that son of a bitch down. Can you do it?
And I like that he makes him say it.
I'm gonna knock that son of a bitch down.
Right,
I know
that's
you are.
right.
You know why? Because
Why?
you're a Creed, and I love you, kid.
And what do you get? What do you get now? I mean,
Go get him.
does anyone have a brick wall that I can run through right now? I hate when sequels reuse the theme one for one, firing shots at a certain Superman movie that came out recently. Write your own goddamn theme. It's so lazy. Shout out to the new Batman theme. They have established their own theme. Hey, I'm sorry, I'm talking about music in the final round. Oh,
Creed getting hit with some hard shots.
the cut to the mom. We'll talk about the music later. This is too exciting. Here we go. He's gonna slip it.
Creed
spins.
Puts the champ in the
corner.
Throwing body shots like he's Rocky.
Throwing body shots like he's Rocky Balboa.
Like he's Apollo
Going
Creed.
upstairs like he's Apollo Creed.
Closing seconds of the fight.
Oh, yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Conlon is down. That is the first time in his career.
I'm trying not to. I'm in a tight frame here because of the green screen behind me. God, this movie gets me so hyped though.
He's off. What?
The bell sounds.
Cool to give us. Long story
survives
short, yap about music for too long. Cool to give us the actual Rocky theme just in the final round. That they established their own theme and then they gave us the Rocky theme. Enough about music.
And still, the undefeated.
I like that he didn't win. It's cool that he didn't win.
You never
And here
met
we go.
your father, but if he was here tonight, what would you want to say to him?
Oh, it gets dead quiet.
I just tell him I love him.
Just get the theme lately playing. And what else?
I'm proud to be a Creed.
Proud to be a Creed. And they're chanting. What are they chanting?
God. Talk to him.
Talk to him. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, that's our theme. That's our new theme. Shout out Ludwig. Hell of a theme, sir. What this movie does well that a lot of modern movies can't do is end quickly. There is that fight ends and this, we have a little scene here and the movie's done. They get out of Dodge quickly, but not before giving us a very nice emotional scene. It didn't give us the scene. It would have been stupid if Adonis ran up the steps. Because that's not Adonis's thing. Adonis established his own thing in this movie. But this is, Rocky's still there, and this stuff is all part of it, but we're approaching it in a different way. Rocky's going up the steps, he's walking up them, but this feels important. But the steps are Rocky's thing. They're not for Adonis to do.
Come on, young man.
But he's there with him.
Let's go. One step at a time.
One step at a time. I like how he looks at him, he realizes it.
Step at a time.
Where do you learn that?
I told you that.
Some old guy.
No, I meant that for you, not for me.
We're getting both themes here. The two things are not working against each other. They are working together to create something new and wonderful. That is somewhat similar, but obviously entirely its own thing. Look at this. Look, this is the most beautiful image I've ever. This is great.
Not bad at all.
How does it look? And that was Creed. It's a movie I think that's just grown in power over time for me, partially because that's just how great movies work. They get better over time. But also the absolute slog of legacy sequels that we've had to endure since then, all of them trying and honestly failing to do exactly what Creed managed to do so well. That's because Creed very smartly takes all that baggage, all that legacy, and decides to actually use it. He uses it to make the characters more appealing, their conflicts more interesting, and then the emotional beats hit that much harder because of it. It's the rare case of a movie that doesn't really shy away from what the audience is thinking, but instead rises up to genuinely face it. A lot of movies like to say they're about legacy, but first of all, very few even have the legacy that the Rocky franchise does have to contend with, and even less have the guts to actually stand up and do it. And this could have all gone horribly wrong. I think there's absolutely a universe where this movie sucks. And honestly, argue in most universes, I'm pretty sure this movie sucks. But in this universe, it was made by Ryan Coogler and it stars Micheal B. Jordan. You get to watch the birth of a brand new real deal movie star. It's a performance that I really don't think he gets enough credit for because it requires everything from the heavy, intense emotional acting to wildly complex and detailed fight choreography. I seriously can't imagine how brutally difficult it was to learn and then film that one-take fight sequence. And yes, he actually did take a real shot to the jaw in that final fight and got knocked out. Micheal B. Jordan is about it. Now, onto my theory. I do want to preface this by saying I find fan theories to be kind of dumb and annoying. And I realize the irony of me saying that as I'm about to present to you a fan theory, but I kind of just think this is a fun thing I thought of one day, not anything I necessarily think is real in the movie. But also, maybe I kind of do think it's a real thing in the movie. Okay, so my theory is this. I think there's evidence to imply that the spirit of Apollo Creed can enter the body of his son Adonis in times of great stress and danger. And I have receipts. So there are specific moments in each of the three Creed movies we're going to point to kind of back all of this crazy nonsense up. In the first Creed movie, during that final fight, kind of hinted about it in the main video, but when he gets knocked out cold, we get that montage of him while he's unconscious, showing all the heavy emotional beats of the movie that plays out mostly over silence. Honestly, the whole thing kind of plays like someone's life is flashing before their eyes. And then it culminates in footage of Apollo throwing punches. Then we flash to Adonis, who gasps and gets up suddenly and impossibly. Max Kellerman even says he gets up like a man possessed. For the purposes of this theory, I think he may have been on death's door and encountered the spirit of his father, who entered his body and gave him the strength to keep on going in the fight. Then in Creed 2, there's kind of two moments here that I think are interesting. First, about halfway through the movie, he's struggling after a fight with Ivan Drago's son, where he took a bunch of cheap shots and got really seriously injured. Donnie's in a weird headspace. He's not really talking to Bianca, he's very removed, and he's clearly going through something he can't communicate. We see him in a pool looking very thoughtful and introspective. Now, the imagery of someone sinking and staying at the bottom of a large body of water in movies does kind of carry a certain connotation. It's often associated with a form of death. And when Donnie's at the bottom of the pool, he kind of just goes internal and suddenly something overcomes him and he just screams. I think you probably can tell what I'm implying overcame him in that moment. This is kind of the moment that spurs him to keep going in the movie and take on the final fight where he fights Drago's son again. And in that final fight, he takes a hard shot to the ribs. I'm pretty sure the implication is that he breaks his ribs and is really seriously hurt. It echoes a lot of what happened in the beginning of Rocky IV, even down to in between the fight when Rocky's in the corner, he's once again faced with deciding whether or not to throw in the towel on a Creed versus Drago fight that looks like it just might be life-threatening. Adonis keeps fighting, takes a rough shot to the ribs, and goes down hard, spitting up blood on the floor. The sound cuts out, and then all we hear is a heartbeat as he struggles to get back up. Then, just like in the pool, something overtakes him, and he starts punching the floor in kind of an insane blind rage, and then gets back up. He then proceeds to beat Drago's ass and win the fight. And then in Creed 3, where this, I think, genuinely kind of starts to take shape. First, we'll look at the training montage, which is all about him needing to get uncomfortable. He's really pushing himself. He even brings in Drago's son to help him train, who we know can absolutely beat his ass. And that's kind of what exactly proceeds to happen. We're seeing blood in a training montage. That signals that something is very different and very dangerous here. It's all about the pain in this moment. For Donnie, that's physical, emotional, and I think kind of spiritual. He goes down in the corner and starts wincing. Kind of seems like he's fighting something. Maybe he's fighting something that's trying to take over him, for example. Then we cut to the scene in the first movie, specifically the point where he's out cold on the floor, gasps, and gets back up. Then we go back to Adonis, who is no longer wincing, no longer fighting anything, eyes closed, and suddenly at peace. Then we cut again to the scene of Creed 2 when he's on the mat and starts punching the floor. Then we cut back to Adonis, who opens his eyes with a totally different demeanor, gets up, and immediately starts talking shit to Drago's son, sounding like, and honestly even looking, the most like Apollo that he ever has. And here's the kicker. Oh, sorry, real quick, spoilers for Creed 3 that I'm about to get into. The scene specifically where Marianne, his stepmother, dies. He's with her on her deathbed, and as she's passing on, she looks up at him, but she doesn't see Adonis. Do you know who she sees? She sees Apollo. And you know how we know that? Because she calls him Apollo. She starts talking to him like he's Apollo. Almost like as she's departing this life, she's able to kind of pierce the veil and see something that normally you could not. I did have this theory building prior to Creed 3, and when they cut to those two moments in Creed 1 and 2 during the training montage, and we had that moment with Marianne, kind of just pushed it over the edge for me. Now, for coming back down to earth, this being true or not doesn't really add or take away anything from the movie. And like most fan theories, is just speculative nonsense. But a part of me really likes that his connection to his father is so strong that it kind of carries on even into the afterlife. And if I ever get to meet Ryan Coogler or Micheal B. Jordan, yes, I will be submitting this to them for approval. And then they'll either say I'm right or shoot me down, and I'll shut up about it. And that's all for now, folks. If you dug the video, go ahead, leave a like or drop a comment. I do really want to know what you think about this theory. I haven't really had the opportunity to spread it out there to many people aside from my friends, who are probably just nodding along politely. And I'd like to hear what other people think about it. And if you want more, go ahead and subscribe, because there is a lot more coming. A new video every single week about a different movie, and each movie with its own custom virtual background that I built myself. Thank you for watching. Long live the movies, and go birds.